It's hard not to fall in love with Montana when you're driving through it. These wild turkeys are just a small sample of all the wildlife we saw driving through. And after a little bit of wild huckleberry pie after lunch, we got back in the car and headed for our first destination, Glacier National Park. I was really excited to get to be here. The ranger was explaining to us that it took 30 years to build this road, and it didn't take long to realize just how incredible this place was. The rocks along the edge that were cemented together for a guardrail were less than a foot tall. In Montana, bordering Canada, Glacier National Park is over 1 million acres big. It has 130 named lakes, over 1,000 species of plant life, and over 100 species of different kinds of animals. It's really hard to imagine how many people must have died and what they went through just to build this road, taking that 30 years long to do it. It's just an incredible place. And from my wheelchair, I was only going to get a small taste of it because this place has 700 miles of hiking trails. It's just an incredible, pure, wonderful, clean place. Everywhere you look are these incredible cliffs and just breathtaking waterfalls, one right after another, and just the open, wide space and beautiful vistas. Every turn that you take is just a magnificent new scene. We only spent the portion of one day traveling this beautiful place, but a person could actually spend a week or even 2 weeks just exploring this beautiful, beautiful wonderland. But from my wheelchair, it just wasn't going to happen. Our main focus on this trip is to drive up through Canada to the Canadian Rockies, so this is just a starter along the way, but I'm sure glad we didn't miss out. What an awesome day.
All the things I didn't get to see on the way here, I can see now. Unbelievable. They got a lot of those red trucks.
Oh, I can't imagine riding a motorcycle up this road. It just makes my heart beat to think how high up on the side of this mountain we are with such a narrow little road and such a beautiful place. My wife and I were so excited that we got to see this, and it just was something that was kind of added on to the trip because our main focus is to go to Canada and see the Canadian Rocky Mountains and come back down through eastern Washington. But we had an awesome day, and she just was tickled to death to get out and be underneath that rock ledge. She got herself good and cold cooling off in the creek, and now we're getting back on the road and heading for Canada. Next stop will be Edmonton, Alberta. I'm glad you came along. Thank you so much for watching.